Hey, Vortex here, back with just a quick comparison of dongle DACs of the Apple one, which is around £10, and the ALC5686 variant of this is around £10 as well. One thing to note of this one, I don't know the actual brand, the make or model, unless that is it, but throughout this video, as I don't know, I will just call this the ALC. And this video is just basically for these two. I know you can get ones more expensive, you can get ones which are less. Like there's one of these from the Keysion with the ALC4050, but it's a very similar chipset, but I don't have that. And there's also more expensive options like this, which is still, in my eyes, superior because it works on Windows 10. It's got drivers for 7 and 8. It's got volume control, and it works on iOS and Android with the other cables. But I'd want separate item, you see, because I don't think it's really fair comparison. So that's why in this video it's just between these two. So yeah, the price of these should be quite close depending on your region, but that was £9.70 I think, and this was £6.55, but normally it's a bit more than that. So these are normally quite close in price. And yeah, let's get to build quality. I think from day-to-day use, I think this one, the ALC, will be better. But it is quite a bit longer, as you see, you can see the actual length, it's quite a bit longer. Don't know if that's good or bad, depending on your use case. But yeah, I think the construction of this one compared to the Apple one, this one doesn't really seem the best, but it's cheaper a little bit. But yeah, I think the build run, on the long run, I think the ALC will last a bit better. Compatibility, now this is quite an important one. These only work on Windows 10. When I initially bought this, which was a little bit misleading, is the seller said this worked on Windows 7 and 8 and Mac and Linux, I think, from memory, but it doesn't support Windows 7 and 8, which is quite misleading. Now, since I've reviewed this, they've edited the listing, so it only says 10, Windows 10, which is a bit shady. But yeah, both of these work on Windows 10. I've done respected videos of each, which I'll link in the top corner and in the description. This one does the highest bit depth and hertz, so this does up to 384 kilohertz. This only goes up to 48, which is quite a difference, and this does obviously 32-bit, this does 24-bit. And with Android, this is the way better option for compatibility from what I can test and what all the people have tried. This one is really finicky for some reason. Why? Because obviously its intended design was with the iPad Pro and probably something else. But for Android usage, this one seems to be the most compatible, which is quite important, I think. For Windows 10, they're both seen the same because of Windows. So, yeah, they both support inline controls, which is quite a surprise on the Apple side. I kind of knew this supported it because I know of another one that I have on the way, if it ever turns up, from DD Hi-Fi, the TC35B, which has the same chip as this, and it supports inline controls, so I kind of presumed this would do it as well, and it does. So yeah, inline microphone, play, pause, volume up and down, works fine with this. And works fine with this in Windows 10, works perfect. And the inbuilt video player in Windows 10 works perfect for both, which was quite a surprise. It's just something smooth and it works well, which is quite good. But for Android compatibility, the ALC is the better pick. The Apple one is either quiet or you have to like jump through hoops, like either rooting your device or using like very specific apps. But I will link each review in the description where I go into like way more detail for that. Drivers, there's no drivers, so you have to work on Windows 10 or on your phone or whatever device. But for computers or for your laptop, Windows 10 only for both, which is a bit of a shame really, because I still got a Windows 7 laptop, which I don't want to upgrade to 10 ever because there's no drivers for it, which is a pain. But yeah, Windows 10 only. Sound quality for both is really good for the price. The Apple one has been measured. It's got a 0.9 output impedance, which is good. Anything under 1 ohm is what you want to be at. I don't know what this measures at, but from just using my ears and the same pair of earphones, I presume it's very close. And they both got the same output power, which is around, I think it's 30 milliwatts at 32 ohms. On paper, the same output. But the ALC one is louder. Probably obviously due to compatibility and things like that. But in Windows, it seems more equal. So, yeah, both sound really good. It doesn't really colour the audio. They both sound really clean. They're both solid options for sound quality. Let's get to the power. So yeah, the same 30 milliwatts at 32 ohms. So both on paper the same kind of power. Availability, probably the Apple one is the easiest to get hold of, because obviously this is an AliExpress special, or from different stores like Shopee if you're in Malaysia, or I'm not sure if these are even on Amazon yet. But the Apple one, especially in the Western world, is probably the easier one to get. But if you're in no rush, I think this took me a week to get this from memory, give or take around a week, which is really quick. From all the way from China, which was surprisingly good. But yeah, this is more of an AliExpress special, and the Apple one, including the American one, which is meant to be more powerful for headphones. I think for earphones, which are more sensitive, probably won't make much of a difference. But for headphones, the US one obviously should be the one to get. Yeah, I've mentioned inline controls work flawless for both. Microphone works fine for both, which is quite good. And yeah, I think I'll get to the conclusion, because I've done respective videos from both. If this was me buying these again and I was to pick one option, I would probably pick this one. I think in the long term, build quality is better. I do like that the cable is slightly longer. It's just a better build, I think, and it just looks better than the Apple one just looks cheap. So I think this would be more robust. It's way less picky on Android, which is what you're going to either use it for. And on Windows 10, you get a lot more choice within, the bit depth and the frequency you want to set it. So up to 384 kilohertz. And that's it. Sound quality between them, not really much in it really. They're both competent. That uses a Vortex chipset, the ALC, obviously, because it's the 5686. They also do a clone of that with an ESS chip, which is around £30. Looks exactly the same, but it's the ESS 92. I can't remember, maybe 9280. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it begins with a 92, and it's the same body, which is around £30. And this uses a design for Apple. It's a Cirrus Logic chip. I'm not sure of the number. And that's it. So for me to recommend out of just these two only, if I only wanted one, I would personally pick this one. I just think on the overall, and for the use case, which is either a computer or your phone, it's just more compatible. I would pick the ALC one, this one, the 5686. Obviously also, from to use it with a computer or laptop, if you don't have a spare Type-C, just use something like that. and one of those did come in the actual box for this one. The Apple one obviously didn't. And that's it. Just a quick comparison. And my next video will be of either this one here, which I haven't actually tried yet, BQEYZ BQ3, or my TRN H2 arrived as of the day I did this video, which is it's off camera, so I thought that I was going to go missing in the post, so I'm quite glad that turned up. And yeah, that's it. That's my opinion. Anything you want to know, just as usual, let me know in the comments, and obviously I'll link both videos, review videos, in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching, and take care out there.